On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
To Paris.
Why are you talking? You don't want me to make. You don't want me to make your point. You don't want me to make my point.
Okay, make your point, sir. Sorry. So
okay, interesting. Because it's like he's saying that. Oh, okay. You know, what is the options? Or you know, we don't know if she. I mean, that's the equivalent, honestly. And bringing that into it, that's the equivalent of me saying I'm not sure if his father is happy with the fact that he had you as a son. What's the difference? What's the difference in making the assumption?
That don't make sense.
No. Because it's the exact same scenario in that we don't know anything except for what you tell us. You tell us how awesome you are.
No,
you tell them how. You tell us how. Why are you talking over me?
Let him finish.
Why are you talking over me?
I don't say that.
Hold on, King. Let him finish.
Don't put words in my mouth.
You keep talking as though you understand exactly what the dynamic of the situation is.
I don't.
And that we. All right, we're gonna let him rock. Go ahead, fam. Go ahead, Jared. Let's move the needle. You didn't see me come on the platform and say that.
What was her options?
No, wait. I don't want to do that.
Like, what was her options?
Listen, I've heard Anton talk about that too. His woman was the good girl. So,
but what was her options?
Yeah, in Detroit, she had options. I'm gonna assume in Detroit she had options.
Hey, you see how you ain't this funny though, Rilla? How whenever you see a good stand-up dude that actually married a chick and is staying married in modern times, that triggers him.
I'm not saying that's not triggering me.
Hey, Rilla, I wasn't even talking to him. I wasn't even talking to him, and it burns him up.
Gentlemen. I think Rilla was talking.
Get back to my story.
Go ahead, Rilla.
I'm trying to get to Rilla's story, and look at him. It burns him.
No, it don't burn me. It
burn you to a soul. Burn you to your soul.
Rilla, go ahead, get back to your story, man.
Yeah, let me get back to something.
Do you realize, King? Do you realize that you got a community college
I'm trying to hear the story.
Defeating you? I'm defeating you in every aspect of life. Community college defeating you.
JR.
Hold on. Rilla telling the story.
I hate that song. Oh my god.
But Rilla loves it though. Rilla loves it. Go ahead, Rilla.
Hey, as soon as we get off, listen, man. This is what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Because I know the young bloods that we talking to, right? And I hear you, JR. I know
that wasn't me. That was Courtney.
I know. But what I'm saying is because most of the message that we communicate, we would make these jokers. Like I love what I do appreciate what you said, King, the other day about hopeful romantics and not hopeless romantics, right? And what we do is we shame young bloods into, you know, like you shouldn't be, you know, don't, blah, 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 blah. So what I'm saying is for me personally, my first date with my girl, real talk, real spill. I drove 4 hours from Detroit. Brought her dinner, sat up here, we ate at her space. Because I brought it to her house because she couldn't move around. She was injured at the time. We was chopping up whatever whoop-de-whoop, brought it to her space, and then there was no sleeping in her bed. It was, you know, you got the guest bedroom, right? That made me respect her more. She would never, even after all the conversation that we had, I was like, man, I'm coming here. I'm finna whoop-de-whoop. I'm finna, you know, whoop 7 ways to Sunday. Nah, I wasn't finna be none of that, right? Made me respect her more, right? And so now,
please ask a question.
No, okay, you can't ask.
I have to.
No, you cannot. No, ma'am, you cannot. Because I'm telling my Simp Nation story.
Please, I gotta.
It's not simp.
No.
It's not simp.
It's not a simp story.
No. Listen, I'm being sarcastic. The chat know what I'm talking about. I'm not tripping, I promise you. And I'm gonna end it up so y'all can do whatever y'all want to do after this and ask whatever questions. My point being is because a lot of times when we're talking about our truths, and one thing I'm gonna always do is represent the real, 1000%, right? Because there are guys that live like Anton, there are guys that live like King, and then, you know what I'm saying, there are players from the Himalayas like, you know, JR, you know what I'm saying?
And there's guys that live like K.
There's what? Guys that look like K?
That live like K. Y'all know y'all think I'm masculine and whatnot.
With that big energy, K?
No, I think you're very feminine.
Nah, K got baby.
Thank you.
Nah. K got 9 inches for all y'all.
All right, y'all. Final thoughts on this. Final thoughts.
Yeah, but my point being is, you know, my growth on this show. This is what I'm boiling down to, fam. Honestly, my growth on this show is really making me understand the difference between dating and courting, right? And so even in this courting process, right, it's challenged me to look at the positions that and I've said this on the show, the position and the way that I've put my girl in harm's way, right? So now we're having deeper discussions about what we need to do to move to that next phase. So that's all I wanted to add to that. So y'all could ask whatever y'all want to ask.
I want to ask you this. Today, would you drive 4 hours?
For her?
I'm just talking about general. Just let's say you went with her. Would you drive 4 hours? You said you learned.
You know what? I was homesick, man. To be honest, that was just added bonus. I mean, yeah, I was homesick. I was driving anytime I got a chance to drive to Chicago. I was driving to Chicago. I mean, Detroit 4 hours away. I was driving to the crib.
Safe. That was a quick comeback.
I was driving to the crib anyway. She'll tell you. Okay. I was driving to the crib.
Well, that's not what you live with, though. You said you was driving 4 hours for her.
Yeah, okay. I did lead with that.
Okay,
that was definitely.
Make sure.
Man, JR, stop, man.
Oh, that's cute. What's wrong, King?
Yeah, man. If you like a girl, you love a girl, show it, man. I'm not with that whole trying to act tough and trying to save your dollar because you could, like, if you got it, if it's within your means, show a girl that you appreciate her. If that's your lady, man. That's tricky.
King, is that tricking?
No, we already answered that question last show. I told you if it's within your means and that's your lady and you respect her and you want to show appreciation. But I don't understand. But my problem is it really kills me. Like, people, I don't know. I just really want to ask, what was her options? You feel me? Like it kills me. Like,
my girl.
Oh no, not your girl. It could be anybody's girl, right? No, you gotta ask yourself this question when you meet somebody, right? And you date somebody and you marry somebody. If you don't get with me, who else would you get? Because women do. What are your options? Like, am I the best option? Like, and how would someone tell that at 14? That's crazy to me. Me, listen, I'm 41 years old. I just came into my manhood. I can make an informed decision of a woman that I want in my life now. Because I traveled the world, 50 countries. 50. So when I tell a woman she's beautiful, I'm not saying that because you're the prettiest girl in Detroit. No, you're the prettiest girl in Morocco, Cyprus, Australia, South Africa. That's what I'm talking about. How could you make a decision at such a young age and say you're the one? But good for you, because you have vision. But the woman I get with, she's gonna know she's the best I ever had because I'm cultured, I'm well traveled. This is what I'm saying. People are making premature decisions and making it work. You forcing it, homie. You forcing it. Because to this day, we will never know you happy. We just gonna know you're gonna be rich.
I wonder if your father made a premature decision when he had you, bro.
You can have it on the scoreboard. And I'm not gonna ask a woman, because you always say this. My wife will tell you how she feels.
Yeah, final points, King.
Okay, I'm gonna finish. I'm going for final piece. Let me finish. You always say, ask my wife, she'll tell you. That's what you told Rilla. Of course, I'm gonna say I'm happy if you're paying all the bills and I'm dependent on you. This is easy layup. I just got to the he's great every morning and my bills is paid.
You know the interesting thing about it, and this is the king simple of them all. This is the dude that said that he didn't flew chicks out that wasn't his wife and all that, right?
Interesting. To Paris.
Why are you talking? You don't want me to make your point? You don't want me to make my point?
Okay, make your point, sir. Sorry.
Okay, interesting. Because it's like he's saying that, you know, what is the options, or, you know, we don't know if she. I mean, that's the equivalent, honestly. And bringing that into it, that's the equivalent of me saying I'm not sure if his father is happy with the fact that he had you as a son. What's the difference? What's the difference in making the assumption?
That don't make sense.
No. Because it's the exact same scenario in that we don't know anything except for what you tell us. You tell us how awesome you are.
No,
you tell them how. You tell us how. Why you talking over me?
Let him finish.
Why are you talking over me?
I don't say that.
Hold on, King. Let him finish.
Don't put words in my mouth.
You keep talking as though you understand exactly what the dynamic of the situation is.
I don't.
And that all right, we're gonna let him rock. Go ahead, fam.
No,
Go ahead,
I
Jared.
don't.
Let's move the needle.